try to Tim Top, Durko Shayuat Biwasamus Pa Tim Top. Greetings. I say they're gonna try to give that document as a way for her to fight extradition back to the United States. And so if they see, oh, we got this document, she's the plaintiff. I said, she ain't the plaintiff. That's my case. I paid for that. She's in default on that. Oh, I'm letting the US Marshals, I'm recording right now, so I'm letting the Marshals, Global Affairs Canada, Canada Border Services. So if they try to pass something off to Interpol, they're going to look and see, hey, she's not the plaintiff. So why would this international law firm, what's going on here? Zoom's not responding now. Let me see if this is still working. I want to make sure that, see, this is how pause, stop recording is possible. Okay, no, we're recording. I just got to double check to make sure because all of a sudden it said Zoom ain't responding. Okay, yeah, okay, so we good. We good to go. So yeah, this is why I want to show everybody this. So this is a video notice, right? Because again, Alberta, they can be archaic as far as their courts are concerned. They're so archaic and Stone Age, it's ridiculous. So this was an email. Can everyone see this? Yes, this is an email I got from Ike Ulasi. Notice of change of representation for Nicole Tamara Nicholas, who is a wanted fugitive. And as you can see here, I have a witness on the phone. So as you can see here, the court file number, I'll zoom in. Yeah, everyone can see it. Now, this was done April 10th. Now, what's funny about this thing is they have Nicole Tamara Nicholas as the plaintiff for this case. FL 0376644 is not her case. She's actually in default. And they did this April 10th, as you can see here, at 6:12 p.m. Why so late? And so the lawyer record has changed from Kevin Livingstone to Ike Ulasi. Now, what's interesting is this is Legal Aid Alberta. This is an international law firm. Why would they take on somebody like Nicole Nicholas, who is getting Alberta Works to the tune of $968 per month? She can't afford that. She can't afford these guys. So we know somebody else is paying money for her. And then they have me as the defendant. Now, this is what you call tortious conspiracy. And why do I say that? Because we're going to go to my next one here. And if anyone who's on here, just go ahead, put your comments in the chat on Facebook. And I'm going to switch over my screen here. So this is for the Usali Law Group in case Kevin set them up, because Nicole likes to omit and set people up. And that's what she does. She's great at omitting information. So let me clear all the drawings. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go here. This video is to prove a point that I don't hide. I walk in the light of the sun. Now, you guys, you lawyers and law firms always got to be hiding in the shadows. I told you all this from the very beginning, since the moment my children were kidnapped and harbored by the province of Alberta with the aid of the Edmonton Police Services, that everyone is coming into the sunlight. Everyone. So why is Kevin leaving? He's supposed to fill out a Form 4. This is a Form 3. So we'll go to my response that I sent. This is just to help in case they try to pass off this fraudulent document to the U.S. Marshals or the Supreme Court for the state of New York, so they know that this here is fraud. This whole page here is fraud. So now we're going to go to the next one. Now here is my response to There we go. Here's my response to the Usali law firm. Now they're international, and he has his master's out of Scotland, specifically out of Aberdeen. So I have a sneaking suspicion that Charles III is involved in this whole thing. And so in order for him to get his master's, he obviously had to go to the Inns of Court, which is in London. And so since he's done that, I won't be surprised that Charles III is involved in this, because this whole situation has been very interesting. How all the judges have been against me. The police said they're not going to do anything, but yet they're telling everyone they follow human rights and international law. Now you got an international lawyer. So I trust he's not serving this up to Canada border, or he's serving it up to US Customs or to the court, because once they see this video, they're going to be tripping, no pun intended, that why would this international lawyer take on someone who's not working, cannot work, is a kidnapper, is a fugitive who's being harbored in Canada? Why would he take that case on? Why would he take this person on as a client? So this is what I said to him. Let me see here. 1 second, everyone. There we go. Just going to put this here in case there's anybody that else that's out that wants to participate and they see that I'm on the Zoom. They can come in, they can go on Facebook. Fabulous. As they say, the more the merrier. So we got L is on the phone here. So great. So now we're going to go back to my response here. Oh, wait. So, attention Usali Law Firm, Nicole Nicholas, International Fugitive, forward, attention Kevin, warrant of commitment for civil contempt against Nicole Tamara Nicholas. Greetings, Usali Law Firm. Pursuant to Rule 2.29 under the Alberta Rules of Court, I have not been served a formal withdrawal by Kevin Livingstone as counsel of record for Nicole Tamara Nicholas. Pursuant to Rule 3.7-1 to 3.7-9. 3.7 Withdrawal from representation. Withdrawal from representation 3.7-1. A lawyer must not withdraw from representation of a client except for good cause and on reasonable notice to the client. The email from your law firm that is now representing Nicole Tamara Nicholas is evidence of administrative collusion, tortious conspiracy, and criminal organization. This is Canada Criminal Code section 467.1. I have received no notice of withdrawal from Kevin Livingstone. Kevin Livingstone is aware and has knowledge of the warrant of commitment for Nicole Tamara Nicholas. He may not have told you, however, I am doing your firm the courtesy to forward the email with a certified copy of the warrant of commitment for Nicole Tamara Nicholas that was issued by the Supreme Court for the State of New York, Nassau County, July 14, 2016, that Kevin and his assistant Roxanne received on April 3, 2026. See the Canada-US Extradition Act. See attached videos. Take notice and govern yourselves accordingly. C. Hague Statute on the Civil Aspects of International Child Abduction. UN Convention on Genocide. Truth and Reconciliation Commission with the 94 recommendations. The UNDRIP Act of Canada. Much appreciated. Chief non-negotiable L, registered copyright trademark 1537 Sublimes Deos. UCC 1-308, all indigenous rights reserved. UNDRIP, UN Charter, UN Convention on Genocide, Constitution of the Atsakata Nation of Yamasee Moors. So April 3rd, this is the email I sent to Kevin Livingstone and to his assistant Roxanne Campbell. Greetings, Kevin. Please see attached warrant of commitment for civil contempt against Nicole Tamara Nicholas, November 4th, 2016. Much appreciated. IRPA, or the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, Section 40, 44 in the Education Act and the Family Law Act. Nanya Ale, all rights reserved. Hague Statute on the Civil Aspects of International Child Abduction, UN Convention on Genocide, Canada Convention on Genocide, UNDRIP Act Canada, and the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. My children are Indigenous, I'm Indigenous. Just to help the Usali law firm, I spoke to the UN Human Rights Council on artificial intelligence and its effect on human rights. So as you can see here, Mr. Usali and the rest at your firm, this is Andrea Cooper, Dr. Andrea Cooper, who is the assistant superintendent at the Edmonton Public Schools. This is all the different trustees here, the principal at Pollard Meadows, the superintendent, he's been hiding his face, the education minister, and of course Pollard Meadows School. So you all know this, and I want this video, this is why I'm doing this stream, to make sure that people know that Nicole is already in default. She's been in default since October 26th. Now we're going to go to the actual document so everybody can see. I'm going to go all the way to the top. I take my time, and this is to show whether there's really law or there isn't. And right now, there is no law in Canada. There's no law in Alberta. There's no law in Edmonton. It's all what's called color of law. That's what it's called, color of law. So as you can see here, let me just check, maybe make sure that everyone can see this good. As you can see here, I'm the applicant. The filing fee was $100. October 6th, I paid for that. So that was tendered to the court. The respondent was Nicole Tamara Nicholas, October 15th. And as you can see, stamped. Nicole Tamara Nicholas to relinquish, release, and surrender custody of my Indigenous children to me immediately. This is not a negotiation. She is unfit, irresponsible, reckless, and has demonstrated she will endanger the children as she does not really care about them. She has committed fraud on the court, August 29, 2025, stating she would arrange a third-party visitation. I have not seen my Indigenous children since August 7th. Kidnapping. Then, statement for child support. Yes, I want child support from her since she's balling like that and driving brand new cars, right? We don't know who that car is. That, what is it, a Buick Enclave? Where's she getting the money to have that car? She got mad when I tried to get the VIN number. What you getting mad for if you're fleeing domestic violence? Because you're guilty, not because you're fleeing. You wanted that Canada child tax credit. I told you all, everyone comes into the sunlight. She can't answer this just like she couldn't answer my affidavit of September 2nd or my affidavit of October because she is inadmissible. So all the orders in her favor are null and void. Fraudum voidum contractus ab initio. October 6th. Then we go to guardianship of the child. Stamped, sealed, signed. Parenting, October 6th. Stamped, signed, sealed. All rights reserved. So this is given notice to the Edmonton law courts. Just because you dismiss my peace bond, all rights have been reserved. And everyone there know that Nicole is a fugitive. But you want to protect her because you guys aided and abetted. You're not getting out of that. You've bought that horse. You brought that broken down horse and it's yours. Nobody wants it now. You stuck with her. Exactly. And then now you can see the affidavit of service right here, October 6th. So what does it say here? It says who the plaintiff is. Nanya Shabu Ale, who's the defendant, Nicole Tamara Nicholas. She has not responded. Kevin Livingstone could not respond because she was in default. He didn't come on until October 28th. So she's already out. She has no voice. She has no say. I'm helping the Usali law firm because since they're international, now they know that that Hague statute on civil aspects of international child abduction is valid. So Dr. Andrea Cooper, Cindy MacDonald, the Pollard Elementary, Edmonton Public School Board, all of you all are complicit in kidnapping of Indigenous children. This was a 60s and still is until I get them back, a 60s scoop. And I thank that Edmonton police officer for telling me the truth on September 8th when I asked for a wellness check to know where my children were at. And I said, oh, so this is essentially a state-sponsored kidnapping. And he said, essentially. So this is human rights that have been violated. All the treaties Canada has signed off on have been violated, and we have, this is called forensic evidence. And so now when you see this affidavit of service, and we go to the change of representation, but they put Nicole and me as the defendant. I'm not the defendant. I paid for this. Let's go back to the original one. We're going to go right to the top. As you see right here, $100. I'm the one. Nicole has not filed to get custody of the children. She has not filed to get anything. She hasn't filed nothing to get the children. So now that we see, and we got to go to it because it's important. Now we're going to go down to the warrant. And here it is, warrant of commitment for civil contempt. Upon the order of this court dated July 14th, make sure we have everyone that everyone can see. Great. A copy of which is attached here to by which the defendant, who's the defendant? Nicole. Warrant of commitment. She goes straight to jail. You know what that means. Corpus is being seized, Mr. Usali, Ike Usali. There's no negotiating this. Upon the order of this court dated July 14, 2016, a copy of which is attached hereto by which the defendant was found to be in contempt of this court, and upon the affidavit of Maribel Sonera, sworn to on the 25th day of July 2016, which sets forth proof that said defendant was personally served with a copy of that order and that she has failed to purge themselves of the contempt as set forth therein. Whereas it has been established to the satisfaction of this court that the defendant has not purged herself of the contempt and remains in contempt of this court, and that the rights of the plaintiff were impaired, impeded, prejudiced, and defeated. Now, therefore, a motion of the plaintiffs, if it is hereby ordered that upon the delivery of a certified copy of this order to one of the above named law enforcement officers, so Canada Border Services has it, Kevin got it, the school, Pollard Meadows Elementary, has it. The superintendent for Edmonton Public School, the assistant superintendent, Dr. Andrea Cooper, has it. They all have it. So yes, they're harboring a fugitive that's wanted in the state of New York. The defendant, Nicole T. Nicholas, a.k.a. Nicholas Burrell, a.k.a. Nicole Nicholas, registered copyright trademark, a.k.a. Sa Aseti Taweret. I didn't put her social security number on there. The judge did. Date of birth 07/01/1977. Be forthwith brought by said officer before this court for commitment to a correctional institution or for any other disposition the court in its discretion shall make, and it is further ordered that if the defendant is apprehended when the court is not in session, she shall be confined until the next sitting of court. Entered 11/04/2016. Roy S. Mahan. November 4th, 2016. Entered December 2nd, 2016. Nassau County Clerk's Office. And this is the certified copy, which I got. One of the autochtons assisted in getting this and sending it to me. And my appellation is on the receipt from Nassau County. So as you see, April 2nd, 2026. There's no negotiating this anymore. Mr. Ulasi, you talk to your client and tell her she got to give herself up. In the interim, we already know Kevin is connected to this. Kevin Livingstone, that's why he bounced. It's supposed to be 10 days before you step in. Okay, good. You want to step in. If they didn't tell you, you know now. This is why I'm doing this Facebook stream through Zoom. This is international now. There is a cartel that is running child trafficking out of the city of Edmonton, and it involves Edmonton Police Services. It involves the schools. It involves the courts, the judges. It involves the province. There's no getting away from that. Be proud of who you are. You're a child trafficker. Tua. Oh, yeah. That's what you are. That's why when I told Cindy McDonald that to her face, she said nothing. Say something. This is what you all are doing. The public needs to know. Parents need to know. And if you are running into something similar to what I'm doing, you better get on the internet and publish it, because don't trust that the court is going to assist in that, because they're not. They're running children through these courts, through these schools. That's what they're doing. That's why they want to mute me, silence me, attack me. And I'm sitting and looking at them like, listen, you forget where you're at. See, look, my printer's starting. I pressed my printer. See? You hear that? That's my printer. I'm doing this stream for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or so. Now my printer, they heard. That tells you they're listening. And this is a fax communication log, right? I didn't ask for no communication log today. I haven't printed nothing today. So now we got this on film. This is what it is. Child trafficking ring involving police, education officials. Yes, that's what y'all doing. I'm the only one brave enough to stand up and say something in broad daylight. So there's no way that NICOLE can be a plaintiff on a case that I tendered the funds for. That means they were in a rush because they're trying to head off the U.S. Marshals, U.S. Canada border, the U.S. Homeland Security. You can't hold them off. They're going to see this. They're already seeing this. They've been waiting for me to publish. They know I'm the one telling the truth. That's what they know. And since Ike Ulasi is an international lawyer that has a master's, then you already know frauds este salare fraudem. You know what that is. You know exactly what that is. So this now video is going to be evidence. This is going to go up on LinkedIn. It's going to go up on YouTube. It's going to go on the blockchain. It's already on Facebook. That's it. Tell NICOLE it's over. You all and your cartel, tap out. Tap out. You're not going to hide that. And you guys doing this document here is fraud. This is what's called fraud on the court. This is called tortious conspiracy. Kevin's supposed to give me a Form 4. This is Form 3. Where's the Form 4? You can't put the Form 4 before the Form 3. So if I don't get anything by the end of the week, right? And if I do, then that means they saw the video. He's in trouble. He was harboring a fugitive. That's what he was doing. And the judges were helping him out at the Edmonton law courts. I told you all, we did a ritual on this city. Edmonton is cursed. Until I get my children back, ain't nothing going right for Edmonton or the province of Alberta or Canada. You think this is a joke? I told you I spoke at the UN, at the United Nations. They know who I am. They know who at Sakata Nation of Yamasee Moors is. You're not getting away from this. That is delusion. She is not the plaintiff. So either one of your assistants was being told to rush and didn't pay attention. When they look at that and it was filed digitally, that's not going to beat my filing. Nicole is in default. Plus, because she's inadmissible under the immigration, and you guys do immigration law, she's inadmissible. Let's go back to it again. Here it is. Warrant of commitment for civil contempt. You know what it is, Mr. Ulasi. That's it. Tell her to get her affairs in order. Tap out. It's done. The U.S. Marshals, the U.S. Consulate, I've been in contact with the U.S. Department of State. Y'all don't have no idea. And when Interpol sees this, because I'm going to make sure I tag them on Facebook, when they see this, y'all has been harboring, they're going to want to know, what is Canada doing? This is going to be embarrassing, but this is what you all did. I'm just merely showing you what you all did. You all got caught. That's why you were in such a hurry to get Nicole's permanent residency card. No, that's back with the government of Canada. If she really wanted it, she would have made sure she secured it back in August and said she left. She kidnapped the children. They were not in school for 67 days. This is why the Edmonton Public School Board cannot explain why that is. EPO was lifted October 31st. That's it. It's a done deal. I'm filing for custody of my children. She's not filing for nothing. Her intent was to go back and take the children back to the United States. So her cousin, her sister, Mario, who works at Department of Defense, I'm naming all you all. All y'all are broke in international law by kidnapping my children, which are indigenous. So it ain't over. We just starting. Let's see who else. Oh, Shirley, can't forget her, who used to work at the White House. Y'all didn't realize who you were dealing with. Now you know. And now I'm going to put this one here so everyone can see again. Yes, I paid for it. Nicole ain't, she don't care nothing about those children. The children are nothing but an object. They're a resource to her. That's all they are. If she was really about that, she'd have been filing, but she didn't. I filed. Been filing for custody. And now because of this warrant, she's inadmissible. So she has no rights. All the orders that were done for her are what's called judicial error. All of that is void. Justice Kiss, Justice Krause, all of that is void. That means it was genocide against my children, against me, against Atsikata Nation of Yamasee Moors. And I thank you, because now the whole world knows this is what you all did and you can't cover it up. So this is my video notice to Mr. Ulasi and the Ulasi Law Firm. Tap out. Hashuk Gador, and I give gratitude to the Natiru of ancient Tamaray. Hashuk Gador.